is the chair of the Loudoun County Republican Party. Had him on the show a couple of days ago. Got a little contentious there. We had Phyllis Randall, of course, who is a county supervisor, on yesterday, ripping into him. So, well, looks like Scott has gotten an earful from a whole bunch of y'all. So a couple of hours ago, he dropped this apology on social media. Over the last few days, I have reflected and talked to many Virginians about my recent insensitive remarks. I apologize for my comments and regret that they did not truly represent what I or my party truly believe. Our new Lieutenant Governor and Attorney General, both Republicans, represent the first Black woman and first Hispanic person elected statewide in Virginia. America's a wonderful melting pot of ethnicities and cultures, and I'm grateful that Loudoun County and Virginia are a beautiful reflection of that liberty and diversity. It's amazing, Kelly, when you catch that heat, it's on your ass.
I mean, of all the sororities, you picked the largest Black one to come after? I'm pretty sure they're the largest one.
Yeah, they are.
That was just dumb. That was just really, really dumb. It's the caucasity for me. I mean, it was abundantly clear that he knows nothing about Divine Nine organizations, Black sororities and fraternities, or even the culture in which they came to be. I'm not Greek personally, but going to an HBCU and having God knows how many friends, family, aunts, uncles who are in these respective organizations, I can't imagine disparaging them on the level that this man did with gumption. That was the thing. Again, the caucasity was in abundance that day, and it seems like a pretty shallow apology to me, but if they take it, you like it, I love it.
And again, bottom line is, yes, he apologized, but be very careful, Matt, what situation you stepped into, because you can learn pretty fast. And I tried to warn him. I told him, hey, Scott, I don't know if you want this heat, player, so you might want to back up. But again, hashtag, we tried to tell you.
Then he came on the show and doubled down, it looked like, right? And people outside of the show got after him. So I don't have anything to add beyond, I'm a Howard man, and I've seen Deltas, obviously Alpha Chapter Deltas, do such amazing things. I worked for a Delta member of Congress when I was in college. So I don't know what he was thinking, but I'm glad he got that clap back, because as Kelly said, the caucasity of it is just absurd. So I'm glad that they came at him.
See, I think what happened, Michael, I think he had some Black Republicans who said, say, dog, what you doing? You do not want these folks bringing that heat to the polls. Man, leave them people alone. They're going to be whooping some behind in the midterms.
Well, he should have talked to those Black Republicans before he put that dumbass tweet out, okay? So I watched, on your YouTube channel, Roland, I watched about 20 minutes of that interview. I had to stop because I said, he's just ridiculous. So when he said that Vice President Kamala Harris was a Delta, I said, that's your ass right there. They're coming after you. So that's when he said that, I said, oh, you know nothing about the Divine Nine. You know nothing about Vice President Kamala Harris. See, this is all you dumbass white Republicans. You need to look at this example, and this is what happens when you mess with Black women, okay? And you have no clue what you're talking about. So I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen, and I'm glad. And they need to make sure they vote as many Republicans out of office in 2022 as we can.
And I had some people, they were like, man, I don't know why you got this guy on this show. But I told y'all, see, sometimes you got to put folks on Front Street and you got to teach their ass a lesson. I mean, it's sort of like, when you were a kid and, you thought you could say some certain stuff to your daddy or your mama, and your daddy or your mama were like, all right, it's like that. Teach your ass a lesson. And then next thing you know, you were involved in some long, intensive labor because you decided to get smart. Well, that's my whole deal. I'm gonna sit here and just like smack your ass around and make you look foolish because you didn't decide to call somebody ahead of time. First of all, y'all pull the photo up. First, here's how dumb he was. Y'all remember, he was whining about, it was a tweet, he was whining about all of these Deltas who took a photo in front of the White House. Keisha Lance Bottoms, she put the tweet out with regards, took the tweet out with regards to the photo. She said, calling all Deltas to the floor. You know, and these folks sitting here, and again, he's sitting here all hot and bothered, and I'm like, man, what is wrong with you, dog? Y'all, see, y'all a little slow. I'm moving faster. Here we go. Boom. Here's the photo. Okay? Here it is. Now, here's the deal. You got that many black women in the photo. Why are you going to try to question them black women? Scott, leave them the hell alone. It's too many of them. And that's a small little gathering right there. But when you don't know nothing about black culture, and he didn't know nothing about, oh, they said they run it. This fool don't even know what the phrase "we running this" means.
Yeah, run the yard. Yeah.
I mean, right. I mean, now, Michael, you familiar when Alpha say we running the yard? I know you are.
No, not at Wayne State. They weren't. When
Yeah,
I was
right.
there. No,
Yeah, okay.
Signals
All
was
right.
running the yard.
Yeah.
It, chapter of Ashanti Empire.
It's
we were running the
always
yard.
somebody who say, when I was there, yeah, okay, yeah, okay,
But-
right. But he didn't know the language. He talking about they throwing their signs up. I like, boy,
like they were gang symbols. Like they were gang symbols. But Roland, see, this is something deeper. This deals with the fear of the browning of America by many conservatives, many white people, especially some white men, not all of them. Okay, the 2020 census, the white population dropped below 50% for the first time since 1790. Okay, and they see African Americans rising politically, and many of them feel threatened by this. Okay, so we need to really understand what he was really exhibiting when he's calling them out. He feels threatened by powerful African Americans, especially African American women, who are organizing politically.
That's it. I mean but I keep telling folk they need to understand what's going on here. It's white fear. It's driving them crazy, Kelly. And that's why, because in one of his tweets, he mentioned, are they the organization behind the push for equity and CRT in our schools? They can't handle this.
I mean, again, he was just dumb. Like, I keep going over it and seeing the clips and looking at the picture, and I'm just like, just one of those women, if you came after just one of those women, like, all hell would have broken loose. But you came after the whole picture of women. Like, do you know how much power these women hold? Like, Delta Sigma Theta notwithstanding, who they are, congresswomen, executive directors, just connected on the Hill. Like, he better be glad he got a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got some power, and not because of some gang stuff and whatever he thought. It's because they work to get to where they are, and they know the system, and they also know how to navigate in that system. And when they see something like this man, who frankly doesn't belong in the system, who is a detriment to the system, I think they gave him grace by not rooting him out. Like, a lot of grace. So just after just one, like,
I'm trying. Hey, Matt, I keep telling these people what we're dealing with. We're dealing with people, because remember, he was talking about power, and they saying they're running this and running that. That's the fear. It is the fear of African Americans assuming power, African Americans now having a say in this republic.
And it's not only the fear, it's the fear mixed with indignation. Because if you look at that tweet, he said Skull and Bones has lost its power. So it's not only a fear of black people having power, it's an anger about losing power relative to black people's power increasing. I thought that was really important that he noted that Skull and Bones has lost their power. And then he juxtaposes that to Delta Sigma Theta as the organization that supplanted Skull and Bones. So I think you're exactly right with that fear, but I think it's in addition to the indignation for watching the grasp on that power slip away.
Hey, folks, I'm telling y'all, we have not taken any pre-orders, but this is dropping in September. And y'all, I picked this cover photo for a reason. Pull it up. These are all those white folks who were out in front of, no, pull up on my television, please, thank you, who were out in front of the Capitol with their Trump signs and their Trump flags, and that's why the book is called White Fear, How the Browning of America is Making White Folks Lose Their Minds. That's dropping in September, and that's what this whole thing was about, this complaining about the power of these deltas. That's what's driving it. All right, folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment. Folks, Black Star Network is here.
Oh, no punches!
I'm real revolutionary right now.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Stay black. I love y'all.
All momentum we have now, we have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, there's a difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart.
Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig?